What are some of the challenges facing golf that you see nowadays?
1% of all golfers are turning the senior age every year. And that's been going on for about the last 10 or 12 years. And you don't see too many young people get involved in the game because I don't think they have the time. They're either paying their mortgage, they got a big house, the wife's working, he's working. When they have kids, they're following their kids around and taking their kids to organized sports. They've got this and this and this to go to when they get home from work. Weekends are basically shot because they got to drive their kids around to organized sports, and somebody's got to drive them. And it's the day that where a golfer would say, "Hey, I'm going golfing," and be gone for the whole day, I think are pretty much gone for most people. The ones that can do that are the older golfers, the seniors, where they do have all day. So I'm not sure there's a solution. A lot of people maybe just play 9 holes. We have some guys that will play 9 holes before they go to work. Like on weekdays, they'll play a quick 9 and then they change their clothes here and head downtown. And so we're all competing for, the same business, and we're also, we're entertainment. And entertainment is all kinds of factions. We have to deal with the major sports teams in Chicago. I have to deal with all the boats, the gambling boats, online gambling, fantasy football, fantasy baseball, all those things. And so it's interesting times, I should say, and it sort of reflects basically kind of what went on in the 20s, where all these golf courses were built, things are going great, and then the Depression hits. And then you see a lot of these golf courses that got sold or went under and are no longer there. And it's sort of reflecting that basic stage, where the bottom sort of fell out, and only the strong survive.
So Bert, what are some of the changes you see coming up for Silver Lake?
A lot of those changes have already happened. We converted our south course to bent grass about 4 years ago. So we have bent grass fairways, and our superintendent's done a lot of work with our greens lately. We've incorporated a lot of sand into them, and this year we purchased a rolling machine that rolls our greens, and so the greens roll really good on both courses right now. The ball marks are less obvious, and they seem to heal quicker. The greens are firm, but they still hold, and so, like of all the things we've done here, the golfers really notice this rolling machine because it sort of looks like a steamroller, and it kind of glides over the surface, and they just love it. Our greens are rolling out very true, and they increased in speed, but it's still quite playable. It's not too punishing for them.
Well, Bert, what's your favorite hole here at Silver Lake?
My favorite hole is the eighth hole in the south course. It's a par 4 directly into the wind. The fairway, there's not a flat lie in the fairway unless you hit it about 340 right in front of the swamp. And so number one, you're limited to where you can drive the ball. You got to be dead center or slightly to the right. You go too far right, you're down into the other water off to the right, over by 9 green. And then you have a pretty decent carry because it's from the back tees. I think it's about 414 from the back, and usually into the wind, elevated green. It's just a tough hole. Just par. If you come out with a par, I'm feeling really good about that.
Good challenge.
A good challenge, yeah, all the way around.